I want to talk about something tonight. Man, just like in the title, what Nietzsche warned us about, all of us. If you read Friedrich Nietzsche, and if you don't know who he is, he's a German philosopher from back in the 1800s. Man, wow, I guess nowadays you'd say, well, Bill, he was a gay man. I don't know if you listened to him, or he was German, or he was something. He was a label. He just wasn't regular people. Like, we're all regular people, by the way. I'll start right there. And I only got 14% battery on the hot spot, and I only got 23%, so this ain't going to be long, and if it cuts off, then good deal. But today has been like a culmination. It's like been the peak of being gaslit, of deflections, of excuse making for a motherfucker that has entered our lives back in 2016. Many of us saw him for what he was a lot longer than that. That's my whole thing with him, because I'm not political. A lot of people say, Bill, you're political. I'd rather you talk about the dogs or the mushrooms or the medicines, or I'd rather you do something. Well, I do what I fucking want to do. And I have since you fucking know me. And besides being a little brash or maybe getting a lot of people butthurt without mentioning their fucking name, I've been pretty much on track with what I stick with, because I don't go to beliefs. I don't go way off in the yonder. I take things for what they are, what I see them for, face value, actions. One of the things was a video a sister put out here. There's a young black man. He was calling out for revolution, and this is what a lot of us have been saying all along. Stop voting for the evil. Stop participating in this bullshit. In your own demise, you're paying for it. Quit kissing and licking the boots of fucking billionaires, and letting people call themselves king or Jesus or the King of Israel. Wow, Christians, you really let me the fuck down. You are fucking so goddamn cowardly. Yellow belly motherfuckers. Can't even defend your own Christ. You can't even take a man and look at him for being a child rapist, a convicted felon, $500 million on paying off this shit so nobody would know about it. The lies, just believe. And that's pretty much it. That's how it's going to be like right here. And China, it was that video that you put up. And y'all don't mind mentioning your name, and the guy was right on track. But see, he had been fighting a monster. I guess it was racism, because he was a young black man. And he had to bring up white people. You white people this and you white people that. Wow, he was just talking about how we needed to unite as a people, as Americans. You left right, motherfuckers. You do it every goddamn fucking day. Now, I guess you must have missed the points where I was out there pointing out, wow, don't be falling for the abortion shit. Don't fall for the taking your gun shit. Don't fall for letting them fucking convince you about genders. Or I was in their ass. Obama changing laws. I never spent a day where I wasn't in pointing out what that motherfucker was really doing. But you forgot that, no, because when somebody says something about your man, which is Trump, by the way, I'm just going to leave it like it is. This shit has gotten to a point to where this fucking shit is over for me. I'm done with it. Y'all got you voted for your lesser evil, your evil, and now you got it, and you go get in a fucking bed with it, and you fuck it till you go to sleep. I don't care no more. I've been gaslit for the last fucking time, which is by a brother I love very much, and a brother right before that I love just as much, gaslit me too, and deflected on fucking children issues. Or was the other one could have been, I believe the other one might have been bad. This one is convicted. Oh, but they were just going after him. Yeah, you believe that fucking shit too, don't you? Now, it's not even your fucking fight. They're getting rid of all of you, dumb fucks. Me too, by the way. I'm going back to preparing. I ain't got time to point out, man, that you're fucking going down the wrong path. I ain't got time to pull my brother or sister out of the mud no more. You need some help with your health? I'll be there. You want to know what you got yourself in? Why is it that when your man ain't in office, presidents are selected, but they're not elected? But when he's in there, all of a sudden, he slipped in. And that goes for you Democrats, too. You fucking libtard, progressive, going nowhere motherfuckers. I hope you do fucking drop me, because I'll prove who you are. I hope you do get mad about this. That should prove to you who you are. And you still got time to change it. You know you got an afterlife, right? Most of us believe there's an afterlife, and you Christians believe you're going to be judged. Look at how you're ready to get your fucking, I went to Trump Gaza Beach, and all I got was this lousy t-shirt and a beach towel from Gaza Trump, whatever they're going, the Gaza Riviera. You're all for it, man. You make excuses every time this cocksucker does something evil. Just like you motherfuckers made excuses and took the jab when your fucking dumbass fucking blip, 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 fucking soul-sucking motherfucker told you to go do something. You did it, you fucking slaves. You puppet fucking marionette slaves. And that's all you fucking are. You don't like it, that's the truth. Oh, y'all love the truthers though, don't you? I ain't a truther, I told you. I'll bust out the lies, and many of you are living lies, and you're damn good friends of mine. We've either talked on the phone or we've helped each other through crisis. I mean, like real crisis, like personal human fucking crisis. And now you're out here pulling for somebody, a Yankee carpetbagger rapist, child rapist motherfucker. All of it's out there now. Even the news fucking puts it out there like that. 34-time convicted felon. Sexual predator. He's listed as a sexual predator. You know why Trump's not going to all the other countries? They don't allow felons in their country. Fucking hell. The motherfucker's got to get immunity before he comes in. Just like the one going out was giving people immunity that didn't commit crimes, but they did, like Fauci and Biden. And you all take it in the ass while we fuss with each other. You think I'm fussing at one side or the other? You got your head that far up your ass. I believe it. I believe it. Now I'm sitting out here cussing because I'm mad at you. It's because you don't know where we really are. It just passed the House and it's in the Senate that they can go deport U.S. citizens. And I've already heard some of y'all out here saying, yeah, we need to get rid of some of these people, these domestic terrorists. I'm a domestic terrorist, motherfucker. Anybody that does natural medicines is a domestic terrorist. Anybody that's ever been against big oil. Why do you think I'm on the no-fly list? I'd be back in Australia right now. No, I wouldn't, because a lot of them people's fucked up too. I'd be here fighting the fight, because I ain't a coward. But I never thought we was going to have to get down to a bloody fight against each other, the Civil War. Like the young black fella was talking about. Well, we need a revolution, we need to band up. But you white people, wow. He became the monster he's fought. You have become the monster that you were fighting. You want to trash the Constitution. You think pieces of it are bad. The three branches of government are now fucked up because the judicial branch has rogue judges. Why don't you got a rogue president? The 34 felonies, by the way, were for scams and fake foundations and fake schools. He scams people. He scams you. No, but you're too smart and brilliant to fucking be scammed, ain't you? Ain't you? Smart motherfuckers. You lost your common sense and your morals about the same time. Because people picked on you. You didn't like the transgender thing? Did any of your kids come up to you and tell you they were non-binary like my middle son did? Huh? And you know what I had to do? I didn't say, okay, son, I'd agree with it. Oh, well, of course, there's a couple hundred fucking genders. I said, you get your head out your fucking ass, and when you can talk to me like the man you are, then call me back. Until then, you've offended me. Now go, like I had to raise a man. My kids were never meant to be my fucking friends. I was supposed to put him in the world to be strong, not weak like he was, and he was on his way. Now you can't do that though, can you? Oh, I'm a cruel father. Now that's what a fucking father does. Men make men. And we've gotten so soft anyway, especially with you fucking millennials and you Z generation, with your fucking blaming at. Everybody's a blamer and a finger pointer. I can sit there and say, Trump's got almost $500 million in payoffs to sexual predator or sexual assault cases. And you say, well, Bill Clinton got some head under the desk, or Obama did his wife's a man. Obama is not a convicted felon. Joe Biden's not a convicted felon. Hillary Clinton's not a convicted felon. Bill Clinton, George Bush Sr., George Bush Jr., they're not convicted felons. They don't have charges of fucking rape. They got accusations of running the kids through the tunnels. Hell, they was down there in the dumb bunkers killing Marines. You dumb Q-tards believe that shit. See, you'd rather believe any of that wild shit that backs up your fucking creep-ass fucking sick fucking perverted goddamn Cheeto Jesus. Self-proclaimed chosen one. Matter of fact, I was ready for this one. This was just a couple weeks ago. Trump, he said, I'm the king of Israel. Then he retweeted that he is the second coming of God. He said he's the chosen one. This isn't funny anymore when the president of the free world is mentally ill. No, he's not mentally ill. He fits the fucking textbook definition of your King James Bible Antichrist. But he ain't. Yeah, all that shit's bullshit. That's what they're playing you with. It's just a bunch of billionaires. They finally, they won the game of Monopoly against us. They got all the money, all the hotels, all the houses, all the get out of jail free cards. And now we're going to sit here and die. I'm not going to reach over and hug you in a mass grave. I'm going to shoot you a fucking bird and probably spit on your fucking ass. All I ever wanted to do was be free. To just do what I want. And it ain't much. I don't do much. I actually do live out here because I want to. I retired early because I wanted to. I don't care about the money, but I do care about supplies. I do care about certain things that the money is getting, but they're going digital. I see Republicans out there that drive semi-trucks, and they're sitting there saying, don't fall for this cashless shit. That's a lie. They're trying to suck you in. No, Trump 2028, he's bringing that in. What do you think? They call it the Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE. That's also, coincidentally, I guess, because you'll make an excuse for this cocksucker too, is the name of the man's fucking a cryptocurrency, Dogecoin. You don't get that though, do you? Trump's got a meme coin, but it's not even worth anything. But he's racking up. He's over $100 million off of that so far. $100 million. I hope you fucking trumpets eat grits for the rest of your fucking life, giving that man your money. Poor billionaires. Poor billionaires. Oh man, he needs some money. No, he don't need the money. He just needs to go sit down in his fucking full diaper and do the act with Zelensky or somebody else again. And that was one that really bothered me. Some of y'all that are the strongest mouthpieces for saving the kids are pulling for this cocksucker. I'm not going to say nothing because it would be cruel. It would be fucking cruel if I spoke my mind about that. Every woman in my fucking family, besides my daughter, was fucking raped. And I paid for it. And what I learned from it was not to hate women. Or not to be subservient to them either. I had to realize how to deal with them. I can take somebody else's pain and realize that they have a reason to be putting that on me. They have had it worse than me. Matter of fact, I look at it like everybody's had it worse than me. Otherwise, I would lose the thing that many of you have already lost, which is your human compassion, your charity, your empathy. And I don't mean charity like giving your money. I mean charity like giving yourself. We're in a fucking war of all wars. That part of the end of civilization as we know it, that part's fucking true. The rest of it, well, you already know that there's a Project Bluebeam. You already know that they can put holograms in the sky, but when they do it, you're going to love it. You're going to drop down to your knees and lick them boots. It's just in you. You've been so fucking domesticated, coddled, and you think you got it rough. You can't escape it. You're not going to escape it. And I hate that, man. I fucking goddamn motherfucking hate that. I quit counting at 172 people that's died in the last 5 fucking years. Well, actually 6 years. I count my aunt the first day I was here. None of them were natural death. Most of them suicide. The rest of them just going to the hospital like my aunt. Had a cracked rib. Uncle steps out for a minute, comes back, she's dead. My blood uncle goes in for a little in and out procedure to get some skin off his toes, dead. My mom gets a flu shot 18 days later, dead. My daughter gets a 5G tower behind her house, aneurysm, dead. John Gwynn here, several people here, start rolling out to 5G, lose their fucking, go to 10% heart, dead. Lose their businesses, lose their families. Families broken up over politics, over religion, over this gender bullshit, over health, of all things health. I got out of it a long time ago when they politicized the planet, because I love this planet more than I love anything. And I'm not going to die feeling like I failed her, because I'm not failing her, because what I do out here that people don't fucking hear about or see is my personal fucking business. Because when I cross the river, I'm going to face the people that I've hurt and that I've helped. And I know I'm going to be welcomed in, because I gave up on that fucking shit about me a long time ago. And I realized that when you hurt somebody, or that somebody that you're with that's been hurt is going to try to hurt you. And what do? Well, if they're too bad off, if they're trying to destroy you, then you just get the fuck away from them. Other than that, you heal them. You heal them until they're healed. You don't start with somebody, and you can ask anybody out here, I've never left anybody behind. Wow. I don't know how many terminal people y'all have ever talked to. That'll call you up, know they're dead. You know they're dead. You love them. You fall in love with them. Not like that. See, there's a whole thing about love. People can't even say, I love you anymore. They go, love you. Fine, man. Say that. I'm not trying to make you feel bad. It's a shoe fucking fit, so by God, go walk around the block. Put them on, tie them up tight, walk around the block, and come back. And we'll exchange them. And you just go ground for a little bit. And people that come just at me for wanting some the help with that, with their health. But then put it on the shelf and go buy some fucking $200 Chinese thing that's wrapped up real nice and has a fucking, 10-minute read on all the things and all the fake doctors out there and the fake fucking things that, I cured this cancer, I've done this, that. Come back later saying I'm worse off, I need some help. Now I ain't got no money. What can you do, Bill? And I still fucking help them. And I still will. And I don't hold it against them. They told me the truth. And they said they fucked up. And it ain't something that I can't keep from doing, and that's allowing somebody to heal themselves. I don't care if I fucking like them. They'll have to really fuck it up bad. But that's me, and I'm not here to whatever they call it, make myself look good. I'm not trying to make nobody look bad. You've done a fine enough job of that on your own, because you have become the monster that you were fighting. We were fighting against tyranny. We were fighting against the people that would hurt children. We were fighting against the people that would scam others, that believed in them, like these televangelists used to do. There's people that would still watch the PTL, would still watch fucking Jimmy Swaggart, still watch Reverend Ike and Ernest Ainsley. I've watched my mom and my grandma both put money that they didn't have while we ate bull chicken that night to some fucking fake-ass fucking preacher, believing that they was right, because they was my mom and my grandma. They was the word of God. I'm not going to find out even a woman with her doctorate degree in education can be stupid sometimes. Even a brother that spent a lifetime doing what I've done, I can be stupid a lot of times. But there's one thing that I've had a knack for my whole life, is seeing through the facade of the mouth, the words of verbiage. I go by actions. You don't trust judges because they busted your man, huh? If they hadn't convicted. I heard people that said the judge was paid off when Jeffrey Dahmer didn't get the death sentence, and he just got life in prison for murdering and eating and having sex with skulls and fuck. Wow. When you don't get your way, then the shit's fake, but they're paid off, and that's where you fucked up. Because that's what the people that are fooling you have done to you. Now you're doing it to me. And now this part of our social media friendship's over. I'm fucking done with it. I've already took most of the shit out of that fucking phone. Even the funny stuff. Even the comic relief stuff. And you would laugh at it if it was Biden. You'd laugh like a motherfucker if it was Bill Clinton or Hillary or somebody. If they'd have done any of the shit that goddamn, and Obama pointed this out, who I don't give a fuck about Barry Sorato and his goopy fucking lying ass. That he's a traitor. Every fucking one of them. When they took their oath of office, the rope should have went around their neck right then. But you don't know what oaths mean. A dude just explained it. A lawyer just busted that out about how you can do it to cops in the courtroom. But you figured that out on your own. That's political. That's legal. That's a monster that you become. Then you got to fight your way out of that one. I fought this monster a long time. I stared into the abyss when I was grieving. The worst type of grief you could fucking grieve. Now I was right here. I never told you to take a side. I told you to go no competence or just leave it alone or get off on your own. I've had at least 36 people out here tell me they was going to get something out there to go start something on their own and back out at the last minute out of fear. As you're domesticated. That's the problem. I keep figured out for the longest fucking time. Why is it that I'm sitting here and still with, 2 strokes and a fucking beating Alzheimer's? Beating it. And all the things that I think about during the day that trap my mind are the things I love that's not here no more, and I can still focus on what's real and not real. And I got it, because I'm not in the frequencies that much. And I do get the toxins out of my brain and out of my body. And I don't sit there and dwell in the fantasy and the illusions and become delusional from it, which means believing it. You believe that shit, but you don't know a goddamn thing. These two brothers, they know who they are, and I'm going to apologize. Well, I'm not going to apologize to them. I'm just going to say I'm sorry it went down like that. Because you don't ever know when you're the catalyst, or you're that hair, that last hair on my back or on your back that breaks it. They didn't know that. And I pretty much give them a good, they used to say tongue lashing, but how about pen or keyboard lashing? I didn't degrade them. I didn't cut them. I just asked them, wow, look at what you done. You feel like you didn't have a choice. But every one of you fucking Republicans and every one of you Democrats, when there's just the opposite in power, which is an illusion that you become delusional about, when they're in fucking power, you say they're selected, not elected. But then when your party that you're not merely a member of becomes in power, all of a sudden that shit's real, and you're either getting a jab and broke my heart, or you're going to trash up the Constitution of the United States of America and wipe your ass with it, which breaks my heart and pisses me off. Because I spent my fucking 4 years on that shit, doing shit I didn't want to do, being in the bowels of some fucking aircraft carrier on the ocean, and my only fear in the world is fucking Jaws. Wow. That shows you how bright I am. And I did that out of defiance because I was going to serve because every man in my fucking family served. Well, except for my 3 fucking cousins over there that are some pussies in Auburn because they got money. One of them started out as a banker, then all of a sudden he's a preacher at one of them mega churches. The other one's just a professional student at fucking 60 years old. And the other one's dead, and I loved him to death because he was the only redneck. Man, sir. My uncle didn't serve. My blood uncle didn't serve. And he said that don't matter. It don't matter to you because you didn't fucking serve. You didn't sit there and watch your mom fucking in horror every night, watching CBS as the fucking list of names came down for the Vietnam soldiers that would be dead or not. Being afraid to fucking see his name. And then when she didn't, not knowing where he was and not knowing where, I drove her crazy. I beat her own fucking son. Become a fucking start-raving fucking lunatic. It drove her insane. They would put him on amphetamine so they could be Miss Susie Homemaker during the day, and they took Valium at night to go to sleep. Man, that's why I don't care about the pharmakia witches. And they are just that. Your Bible warns you about it. And a lot of you talk the fucking talk. You talk a good fucking talk, but the action ain't there. And I'm sorry. That's the truth. And you don't like it, just click. Because like I said, this part's over. I just put out some nice sunny videos and me and baby girl running through the creek or some old memories or something. Or so, here's a nice looking mushroom. Here's what it does for you. Yeah, I'd play that. I mean, I'm just going to do that. Because I got to do that. See, I'm like y'all. I don't have the option to walk away or to stay in it. I got to sit here and do what comes at me, and it's going to get done. Period. And it's not by an entity that I believe in. It's by an entity I walk on. And she's not a goddess, but she has a soul. It's just another life form. You talk about the fucking aliens. What about the aliens, man? We ought to come rescue us. Why don't you just love the planet? She'll fucking rescue you. Man, you can't come out the house long enough. I don't got the porch light on, Bill. I can't afford the power bill right now. That's the saddest part of all this. And that's what makes every bit of this fucking easy. The very thing that you stand on is what you should be standing for. Is what you should be fighting for. Because there's no future for the kids without this planet. There's no future for us, mankind, humanity, without clean water and food and this planet. Now we sit by and we feel helpless because we see the planes spray in the sky. And I'm with you right there. But that's the only one thing. You got to start the dominoes tumbling by pushing the first one. Man, that's by not living in fear. And I don't know if you noticed or not, but I didn't write that on the title tonight. Now I'm not beating my head up against a fucking brick wall no more. I'm not repeating myself when Eric Briggs got out here and said, Bill, why don't you tell them the truth about the chemtrails instead of this fantasy stuff? He didn't even bother to read the fact that new patent about the graphene and the clouds for ice crystals, which made a lot of sense, is now, it's 2022. And they just started it in 2024. He ain't caught up with the new stuff. But I'm giving y'all fantasies. He can suck my ass too. Because he's stuck on what he fucking thinks. You're not open to, if it's going to be a community or a human or a collective united effort, everybody has to be open to everybody. I've got to let you be free so you let me be free. I've got to let you lead so I can lead when it's my turn. Nobody runs the fucking show. You never put a human being on a pedestal because they'll jump down and squash you sooner or later because they think they're better than you. Now, this ain't the case with this motherfucker. They crashed this shit a long time ago. He's just the guy that's selling it to you. He's making it look good when it's fucked. Is he getting off on it? Is he getting rich on it? You goddamn right. Man, even that fucking Russian spy don't want to be by him no more that y'all call his wife. She don't even want to, you don't even see him around her. She couldn't even play that role. I bet you that ain't even his fucking kid, the bastard 7 foot tall. The rest of him and his cocaine sniffing fucking family is all goddamn about 6 foot. Oh, but it's Hunter Biden's cocaine in the White House. With Hegseth walking around. And his son walking around. Oh, yeah. Never your guy. Never his family. He's not a Russian spy. He's not agent. He's not Comrade Krasnov. He wasn't approached in the 80s. Where the fuck was you in the 80s, by the way, to tell me that? When that shit was all over the fucking, what you would call the conspiracy world back then. There's another one right here. This is the one that really bothers me probably the most. And this is one of the ones that really, really bothers me, and why sometimes I really have to just bite my tongue with some of you child defenders out there that are Trump supporters. Trump raping children. Trump paid the silent victim through his lawyer, the Cohen guy, the Aaron Cohen guy. Katie Johnson, she was 13. That one's still pending. Kelly Fewer, $1,869,000. Michael Parker, a 12-year-old boy that he made suck his dick at Mar-a-Lago, $10 million. Maria Oliver's 12 years old. That boy was 10, by the way. I'm sorry. A 10-year-old boy. Made him suck his dick. Maria Oliver's 12 years old, $16 million settlement. Charles Bacon, another boy, 11-year-old boy. Sorry, motherfuckers. $3 million. $3 million in that boy's room for his fucking life. Rebecca Conway, $5 million. And then a Kevin Noe. Wow, I missed the last one. Kevin Noe, another 11-year-old boy. He likes them 10, 11-year-old boys, don't he? Like he had Eric on the fucking Lolita Express with Epstein, with his sister up there. I wonder what Eric's done while he's doing all the cocaine. That's an unknown amount. In court, Trump was diagnosed as a number 65, a 65.4 pedophilic disorder from DSM-5 Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders. That's the last one I'm going to read. You say that's fake, that's somebody that's put them on. I went and looked up every one of those. Matter of fact, you know what? I'll be honest with you. I stopped at the fifth one, the second boy. Because I got brothers out here. I'll leave that alone. That makes him a faggot to me. Not a transsexual. Not somebody that, he's a child raping faggot. And you fucking out there selling Teslas on the fucking White House lawn. What if Biden have been out there selling Teslas on the White House lawn, giving out the carbon credits, which he's still getting, by the way? Man, you're fucking hypocrites. You're fucking flat out fucking hypocrites. And I hope your hatred for me right now wakes your fucking ass up. Okay, this is last love I'm showing on the political thing. Like I said, you got something wrong with you. You need some help with your health. And all them other $500 fucking gizmos out here didn't help you. I give you a little hint right here. If it's broadcast out there, FDA approved, or in being known, FDA approved ingredients, nice advertisement and all that, it's fake. Sorry. I got about 15 other people. I'm the 16th one. Now we go check these motherfuckers out. But nobody wants to hear it. Because you believe what you want to believe. Whatever that is that triggers in the mind. The advertising gimmick. And you just grab on. It's like a concrete life preserver in the ocean. Save me. Here you go. I got a life preserver. It looks like one, don't it? It's painted orange. It's got the white stripes on it. Billy, it had a rope. Fucking knocked you out and hit you in the head and sunk your ass. And there I'll be. I'm at the bottom waiting on you. And blow you right back up. Send you back up. Just to do it again. Well, not with the political shit no more. If you're going to pull for a fucking perverted, sick freak that rapes boys and girls 10 to fucking 13 years old, you got to go face that in your afterlife, not me. I'm not going to judge you. But your fucking maker will. You'll see them people. You don't think so? Well, you think you're going to be just forgotten like you're the little man. You sure ain't the little man when you're ragging a motherfucker or pushing fucking these bitches' lives down people's throat or trying to gaslight somebody or deflecting off the fucking what we're talking about. Can't even talk about nothing because somebody's going to deflect. Say something about Biden. Well, he's special needs. They would never have a special needs president. That was a goddamn matter of national security. The thing was, from March 13th, 2020, until May of 2023, we was under FEMA. Biden didn't do nothing. The federal government didn't do nothing except overhire a bunch of people that just were only guilty of wanting a job and applying for a job and getting it. Now they fire them and y'all cheered on. A couple 100,000 people and you cheered on. Motherfucker just dropped 20% of the 4-star generals that have been face to face with the real enemies of the world, where you think Russia and China. Wow, I love these PR campaigns. Yeah, Putin's not a bad guy. You'll find out. Yeah, they don't got to come over here. This shit with Musk and Agent Krasnov's working quite well. They didn't want us anyway. It's Russia and China. That part about Putin, he don't care about that part. About we the people. They want the resources. They want the win. They want the W. They want the earn trophy, not the participation trophy in the Cold War. They want to win it, and they have. And they have. And this man's coming there and crashed every fucking thing. Now we're going to have a low point on the shelves. There's going to be a low point with the food. There's already crap water that people, now all of a sudden they're putting out all the information about fluoride and the Arabella wand for the fucking water and how to, real water and what to do with it. Now you're going to panic. Hegelian dialect. They caused the problem. You're reacting. And they got the solution. And it's the final solution. They're already have been, for the last 10, 12 years, have been convincing old people to take themselves out. Loving people that just love their family and love their kids and their kids' kids. And they believe that shit from the UN. See, that's just it. I think every one of you are good goddamn people. I think you're the best people and the best kind of friends anybody could ask for. But somehow you got trapped in this fucking thing. And you think you say, well, Bill, you do it too. No, I don't. Because I'm not telling you to pull for my side because I don't have a side. I tell you, I just said that earlier. I've said it the whole time I've been out here. Stay away from it. Step away from the lie. Step away from the lie. Just live your fucking life until you don't have a life to live. Live free, die living. But here's the thing. I was just questioning myself before I got on here. Who the fuck am I to tell y'all anything? I'm just some North Florida white trash. And you know what? I'm proud of that. That's what's going to keep me alive longer than most people, was being poor. I'm hard because that was called white trash. Been called every name in the book. I've had everything that I've loved die and be attacked. I'm fucking harder than a goddamn diamond. Man, that don't mean that my heart don't fucking break. Every fucking day when I just see some of this shit y'all post. I don't say nothing when we talk on the phone. I got one brother I got two brothers out here I talk to about anything because we're brothers. Whether we disagree or not, we can sit there and even cuss each other. We're brothers. Ain't nothing going to come between that. But the thing is, I don't put it out there like that. Matter of fact, one of those brothers just worries about me. Like having a heart attack over it. Not because you're believing lies. Because they've destroyed this country. And it's crashing and burning right now. Rome's burning around you right fucking now. Man, you're just reaching out and praising your golden calf, Cheeto, child raping Jesus. That's twice I've spit on my fucking floor. You goddamn right, I hate fucking evil. When you actually really truly fight spiritual evil, you will come to hate it. Not a burning hate, not an all-consuming hate. Just a hatred you need to not become like it. You can't go into, you go into war or a fight like that, definitely with a lot of love for your people you're trying to keep alive. I got no mercy. No mercy for anything that lives underneath this shadow and calls itself God. And I don't even believe in that fucking Hebrew bullshit. Man, they think they're better than the planet They've been trying to kill her. I think they're terraforming her. I really do believe that they are some type of fucking something, whatever. I don't give a fuck. It don't matter no more. It's what they're doing. The actions prove what they're doing. Our oceans right now are such an imbalance with being such a high acid and low oxygen that the species that's dying off in it is actually creating weird species, and they're not going to match an ecosystem that they're not designed for, that they weren't supposed to be here for. It's evolution into nothing. Invasive species evolution. There you go. You ever seen them Asian beetles that look like little ladybugs? You ever have about 100 of them get on you when they swarm up? Oh, yeah. They'll crawl in your fucking nose, your mouth, your fucking ear. If you ain't got no britches on, they'll crawl up your fucking asshole. And they bite. They bite. It feels like a needle sticking, not like a wasp sting, not like an ant bite. It's got its own kind of bite. When you thump them, they just blink. They just blink out like some little, like a little. And I mean, I've sat there and smashed them to make sure that they was organic. But are they? The mosquitoes, like the ones that they put on Avon Park, Florida, and Savannah, Georgia, back in the 50s, to see if they could spread. Well, they put just the yellow fever in now, but to see if they could spread bioweapons. We used to have over 700 species of fucking mosquitoes in America, and now we got one, the Asian tiger mosquito. Wow. Just fucking wow. They're creating species out of DNA down in South America every fucking day while they build prisons down there with a 30 to 50,000 person capacity. Who are they for? More MS-13? That ain't MS-13. See, that's just it. You didn't give a fuck, like the man, like I think it was Russell Means that said it. You didn't give a fuck about the Indian or the black man, because it wouldn't happen to you. When it's time to give a fuck, it's going to be too late. Do I think the MS-13 motherfuckers needed to go? You're goddamn right. Do you think I believe in anything about gender, whatever they call it? No. There's a man and a woman. You think I think anything about the Rona lie is true? No. That's your Democrat side, right? Now you're no war, money-making president who has the four top stock market crashes, worst stock market crashes in history, Donald Trump. And Republicans, by the way, have crashed it every time. There's always better money under Democrats, but see, you don't want to go look at that because you see the Democrat-Republican thing. And a lot of you were the conservative. There's a big difference between a conservative and a Republican. And there's a big difference between a Republican and a trumpet. And there's an extremist, then there's a middle of the road, and there's just good family values. That's the same thing with the Democrat side. You see? You got your progressive, and then you got your liberal, and then you got your Democrat. One of them's just normal people. One of them's like a politician that'll lie to get something done, and the other's an extremist. The extremists only make up about 30% of all these motherfuckers out there doing this shit. At least 70% roughly. Now just watch it. Why do you started supporting this motherfucker again? Why? Even though he had 34 felonies, even though all this stuff about, him having more cases, and they said, well, I can't be president until I get some immunity because you might be arresting me as president. That would be a national security issue. That was true. But should a man be given immunity? When you tell a man that he can't be touched, well, then he would be calling himself God, wouldn't he? When he's got the second best military in the world. When he's got the most loyal, brainwashed, dick-sucking fucking servants right there in the fucking administration with him. Your Pam Bondi, your mouthpiece fucking, whatever her name is, Skanky and a fucking whatever. That dumb bitch in the fucking White House press secretary. It's Hegseth. That Tom guy with the border security. And fucking Kash Patel, a fucking Patel fucking Hindu running the FBI. J. Edgar Hoover's rolling over in his grave wearing his mama's dress. I tell you that right fucking now. These are the people that are the BRICS Alliance that swore an oath to bring us down financially not even 20 years ago. And where are we at? I'm out there begging for Bitcoin, some kind of cryptocurrency. I want to get to Trump coin. I want to get to Dogecoin. I want. No, all you wanted to do was live and be free and raise your family. Are you doing that? That's my fucking question to you today. Are you fucking doing that? Or are you licking the ass of some billionaire thinking they're going to do it for you? Because they'll come raise your kid for you. Trump raised a couple of these boys over here, didn't he? By fucking God. Man, it cost him about $30 million, but fine, man. How many kids you think they buy that don't get back home? The family don't get a settlement? Like the kid he left over there in North Korea back in 2017, huh? He could have easily stopped that. He was over there kissing Kim Jong-un's ass. He had a fucking military parade just like him. Man, you cheered it on. Rah, rah, Machito Jesus. He should have a military parade. JFK had one. Yeah, he's bringing up JFK and McKinley and Lincoln. I hope he gets the same fate as them, but like really gets it. Not some fake ear attack. From a kid that was shot in the head twice with a 50 cal. That shows how dumb y'all are about fucking weapons, Republicans, you gun-toting motherfuckers. I'm not going to call you gun nuts no more. You know, you're just fucking nuts. Don't know jack fucking shit. Heck, if you did, you would realize that Trump has been the worst president on fucking gun control ever with the red flag laws. Now telling the police, and they did it. They made it happen. All they got to do is you have any kind of fucking problem at home, they're going to say, you got any weapons in the house? And you say, yeah, they're in the gun safe. They're going to get them. They're going to take them down to the precinct. You bond out, they're going to have a judge say whether you can have them or not. Now, you think that rogue judge is going to let you have your weapons back? You voted for that. Yeah, you did. You fucking voted for that. And to make sure the Democrats didn't get none. They don't want no guns, but they got them now, don't they? I got a brother out here. He was a former liberal lawyer in D.C. He was a D.C. lawyer, tax lawyer. Anti-gun all the way. Whatever the Democratic Party said, he was that. With bells on. Blessing me, wound up buying 3 fucking nice sidearms. And shot himself in the hand with a Sig Sauer. And about blew his hand off with a fucking hollow point. And thank God he's got all function of his hand. I love him to death. But that's just to show you what you're doing. You become the monster that you fucking fought. But don't worry about fighting anymore. Best thing you could do right now would be lay down and play fucking dead. So that other people can run over you and get to the fucking enemy that have not become the monster. But that's y'all's fight now. I know when something's over. I know when my time's over. Like I said, 3 times already. Comes down to health issues, or you need a break from that and want to come sit by a fire, you're more than welcome. I'll never stop being that brother. But I love myself enough. I love you enough to say shit like I'm saying right now. But I love myself enough to just leave it fucking be and let you be the adult and the smart motherfucker that you are. Believing that there's a lesser evil. Believing that somebody that is that wealthy or that a group of people that wealthy even care about you or even know you exist. They're like, they're not dead yet? It's like when Katy Perry got out of the fucking Blue Origin capsule that never fucking happened and it's kissing the ground. She looks up and she goes, they got rid of all the people because they're not here worshiping me. Oh, she found out later on that we were still here. We just wasn't there to worship her like people do. Like you feel sorry for that cocksucker, fucking Justin Bieber, because he got fucked up by Diddy, but he could be blowing the lid off of all of that instead of just shooting dope and fucking being a jackass and letting men do the same thing to him. It's okay with the Christians, all right. You know, have really taken yourself to a low point. I'm talking to the Christian community. I'm talking about the Christian community that, like the Christians for Christ, like this fake ass bitch, faith, head of the faith. I still support the separation, or I'm not going to say support. I fucking spent 4 years defending it, the separation of church and state. Not that I'm an atheist. I'm not. I just don't believe the lie you believe. Like I said, I know what I felt, what I breathe, the air, what gives me life. You say you were created by God. No, Adam and Eve were created by God. Everything else was procreated from them. Now, your parents are still your creators. And if there was a God of the Hebrews, he should go on trial before Trump and be hung. That's the most cruelest son of a bitch lie they've ever told anybody. To do nothing, to put it in his hands while we watch children fucking starve or be raped by billionaires, or don't even know, or we're sitting there, or our stomachs burning at fucking sick to our goddamn fucking hearts, not knowing if they even got a future, or worrying if this system's going to kill them like it did mine. Man, I hope to God none of y'all ever have to go through nothing like that. You'll become something you don't ever want to think about becoming. Like a heart that can't stop. You got all this love that's got to go out. It's not got nowhere to go. And they give it to everybody else, and that's a